Maisy Mouse Body Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. So I'm going to begin by painting the areas that are white or tan. So that's going to be her head, neck, paws, and tail, and ears and stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to start with her head, and that's kind of like an egg shape with the top of the egg cut off, kind of. Yeah, and then her neck coming down beneath that, and this part is all going to be just white in the beginning, and the parts that are tan I'm going to create tan. I'm going to darken them later. So then she's also got the top of her dress, the collar is kind of scalloped, so you're going to want to paint that as well. And now her ears. And I started painting this a little bit too far over on my arm, which is why it's a little bit awkward as I'm painting like her tail and her balloon and the one paw. So it's a little weird, so bear with me. So I'm going to start by just adding that scalloped edge of the cuff of her dress sleeve, and then 3 little loops for her paws. So then the last part is going to be, and I'm just sketching out the parts of her dress, like the sleeves and stuff. That way I know where her legs and her back paws need to be. So that's just like the little bit of her leg, and then 3 of those same loops for her back paws. And then whiskers. And a tail. So now I'm going to be filling in her dress with red paint. And so I didn't actually really decide where all of those lines are with the dress before. So this is really where you're setting them into place. And before it was just like a place marker so that I knew I was painting her feet in the right place. But now we're actually going to be painting her dress, and her dress also has that scalloped edge on it, just like it does around the collar and the sleeves. And again, this is a little bit weird painting on the back of my arm like this, a little bit uncomfortable. So yeah, bear with me. So then I'm going to be covering the areas that are supposed to be tan with brown, and I'm using very minimum pigment in my paint. So mostly water, a little bit of paint. And this is going to blend together with the white enough that it's going to be tan instead of that nice bright creamy white. And so also cover up her whiskers and then a patch on the tip of her nose. And then also her paws. On her hands, or her upper paws, you're going to want to make sure to leave that thin white line for the cuff of her sleeve. And lastly, her tail. So now I'm going to be outlining Maisy Mouse with a thin black line. And when you're doing this, I would also suggest, like I did with the brown, to make it be a little bit more watery than you would normally do if you're trying to cover a big area and make it really opaque. This is going to make your outlining go a lot smoother, and with black, you don't really have to worry about it not being opaque because black is going to cover pretty well no matter what. So if you can use a little bit more water this way, and it's also just going to go on so much smoother and easier for you. And also add her like an oval for her nose. And if you didn't know this before, if you just take a little bit of water on a Q-tip, you can erase any mistake you make just like you were using a pencil eraser. And that definitely comes in handy when you are painting at an awkward angle, because sometimes things just don't go as planned. So then you're going to want to add the ribbon of the balloon, which is a straight black line, and then a large upside down egg shape for the balloon, and then a little triangle at the bottom of that for the tail of the balloon. So then fill in that balloon with dark green, and you are all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this design. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would really love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!